We tend to forget what good things our leaders have done, but only remember one or two of their mistakes. And taking Babangida as an example, people don't realize that the three largest banks in Nigeria today did not exist before Babangida. But Babangida, that license guarantee trust, license access, and Zenith Bank. These are the three largest banks in Nigeria. They didn't exist before Babangida came, but nobody gives him credit. So these books that we want to write are to tease out some of this. Nobody gives Vice President Atiku Abubakar the credit for leading the economic policy making under the Obasanjo administration. Many of the things that we did, from BPE to the economic team, was under his leadership. But maybe because we don't write a lot and people don't read history, we tend to forget. We only remember negative things. And I think it's part of human nature to remember only negative things and forget positive things. I'm honored and humbled to come with Vice President Atiku Abubakar to condole his family and commend the work that he did.
Because between August 2015, when we received the Agwai Committee and began the outreach, until May, June 2016, there was not one incident of any such killing in southern Kaduna. So we felt that we were succeeding. We felt that we had got the transhumans out of the equation and can now focus on resolving the issues between local herdsmen and farmers, which is still an issue. Okay, but and yes, we offered them money. We said, look, if we have to pay you not to kill our people, we're happy to do it.
Is that the only solution that you're adopting, to pay them to stop the killing?
That is the only solution we can see. If anyone has a better solution, you should give us. If you have somebody in Guinea that you cannot prove is responsible for this, but you say, look, we apologize, this has happened. But it didn't happen in my time. Okay, I'm the governor now, this has happened. We apologize that you are caught up in our domestic issues. Have you lost cattle? We can pay. Have you lost lives? We can pay compensation. Compensation for lives and property has foundations even in the Quran and the Bible. Okay, so I don't understand why people would say, but what I said and what we tried to do was twisted, okay, by one newspaper largely, to say that I am paying herdsmen to kill. What we were trying to do was offering money to them to say, don't kill our people. And frankly, as the governor of the state, the life of every citizen of that state and his property is on my head. I will stand before God and be asked, what did you do to ensure that that person is not killed or his property destroyed? Okay. I am prepared to offer you money if you feel that you're offended and you are going to collect people to come and kill people. I'm prepared to offer you money not to do it. I have no apologies for that. But to twist that to say that, oh, El-RUFAI is now paying herdsmen to kill, I think is most irresponsible. Now, in my opinion, and when you look at the history, this problem has been there.
Okay, some viewers all over the world, here with me is Mr. Olajide. Mr. Olajide, good morning and welcome to KC360 TV. Mr. Olajide, quick one. Let's talk about this trending topic concerning what El-RUFAI said. El-RUFAI is the former governor of Kaduna State, and he said that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu should not overlook the entire North, that they did not still have power, so that what happened to Goodluck Ebele Jonathan should not repeat itself again. Mr. Olajide, what is your reaction concerning what former governor of Kaduna State, El-RUFAI?
It's a good advice. He has given good advice. Jonathan was not careful enough, was not reading between the lines. He over relied on the North that they will vote for him and they will give him the second term ticket, to complete. So it's a good advice he has given to Tinubu that nonce has a tendency of disappointing you, betraying you. Just name it. Just name any agency can use to qualify their character. They have the assistance of thinking that, making you to believe that they are with you, whether they are far from you. So I was expecting them to take that advice with a good heart, that to be carefully study the situation of things and see how to navigate himself out of the way, so that what happens to him will not happen to him. It's a good advice.
No, Mr. Made because he said that even TINUBU appointment is lopsided and it's only people benefit only people from the west, and he also alleged that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu give appointment to Lagos boys and is not favoring anybody from the north, that all his activities has to do with the south, not the north, and he should get ready that them over the north go to disappoint him when it comes to 2027.
Just as Tinubu will disappoint the north too, he can also go to the essence of not making them to. It's only when Nigeria is essence. Not be talking of they want to rule Nigeria. He can also go to the essence of also breaking up the country over their head, so that they will not have anything to rule over. Where was El-RUFAI when Buhari was appointing everybody Fulani stock dominating whole Nigeria space? When Fulani men was killing all across the land, no single Fulani man was arrested and prosecuted in the court of law. Where was El-RUFAI that time? He did not criticize Buhari. He didn't call Buhari any name. See, the day we stand up to this nonsense, the day we will know that they are at our mercy. They are not at their mercy. Let El-RUFAI know that they are the mercy. They are at our mercy. We don't own them anything. They are the one that owns a lot.
But they have the voting power.
Is it because
and they decide who is the president? They decide who become the Nigerian president through their own votes.
Is it because we still believe in one Nigerian president? That's why they still make that sort of nonsense talk. If we truly address the issue of Nigerian states as it's supposed to be, they won't have anything to say again. They will know they are at our mercy. They are feeding from us. We are not feeding them. They are surviving from our resources. So it's just a pity that we've not going to see a radical southern president who will call the bluff of the north, who will dare them and tell them, look, this is what you are up to in Nigeria. This is what you are really presently. You are not the determinant factor of Nigeria existence, survivor. You are consuming from Nigeria. You are not contributing to Nigeria. You are surviving based on southern resources. It's just we have not going to see a radical southern president who will dare them and stand to their feet and show them that he's ready to split everything apart. Then it's then they will be called to order. So all those nonsense El-RUFAI is talking about, it's because you still have a liberal southern president who still believes in this country that okay, let's see be going on. But a radical, look at how Trump is doing in America now. A radical southern president will dare them and tell them, look, what you are enjoying is at the east, is at the east, is at the mercy of the south. By the time they see other action in the line, they will be called to order because by then they know it's too late. They are ready for breakup or they go and manage their resources.
So, Mr. Olajide, this warning from El-RUFAI, the former governor of Kaduna State, don't you think it's a warning that Bola Ahmed Tinubu should take it seriously? Or do you think Bola Ahmed Tinubu should not have a sleepless night over this very warning from Mr. El-RUFAI, the former governor of Kaduna State?
If I were Tinubu, I can sacrifice my second term ticket to address this thing that's making us to be always to come to power. It's because of the lopsided structure of Nigeria that making us to want to come to presidency power. Yes. But knowing that when they get there, they will amass everything to their side. Yes. I can sacrifice my second term ticket and address that core issue and break up this domination of centrality of power at the center. Split the power to region. Let every region have its autonomy and make the center look thin, look very unattractive, so that there will be nothing for them to be aspiring to want to die for. If you are in that situation, not be daring that. But why are you going to threaten anybody for? When the center is few, the person is few little things, and the sources of the people is the locality in their depending is that because Tinubu too may be greedy for power, want to rule second term, he may sacrifice at this particular point for his own presidential ambition of saying how to become a-time Nigerian ruler, and then it may cost him. But if I were him, I will take this stress very, very serious, and not look otherwise, and look other ways. what is going to make not to be dying hard that they want to get that power? I break it from their hand. I will not allow them. Once it's no longer there, they will not talk about come to power by every means again. Once the center is no longer loaded, it's no longer filled with resources and everything, and the power is centralized to the region. Why would they be struggling for power again at the center? Yes.
President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a master in this very game of politics.
Yes.
But he should be the kind of person that most politicians should study his own strategy when it comes to politics.
Yes.
I interviewed someone last week, and he said Bola Ahmed Tinubu was not in power. The federal might was against him, and he won the election. Now that he has all the powers in his hand, he will not want to. And the person was also advising every other person that wants to contest for 2027 election to step aside, because Bola Ahmed Tinubu will never allow anybody to win him on 2027 election. But the North have stood up now against him and said they're not going to vote for him because his policy is against the North. Do you think that Bola Ahmed Tinubu is high time that he make a U-turn and look at the agitation of the North and look at what the North should do in order for him to bring the North together, so they will be able to vote for him when it comes to 2027 election?
Mr. Casey, North have been selfish when it comes to power. And that's the only source of their existence in Nigeria. Power at the center. Why? Because the power be considered at the center. Once they're there, they lopsided everything to their own advantage at the detriment of others. Those have been for 8 years. So that's what I'm saying. If you can sacrifice second-term ambition and dismantle that central power and make it no attractive, there will be nothing for us again to say that they are looking for. When they come to my region and someone to come and rule over and take over addresses, when they go to south, they will. So not to know they have lost it out. But if you want to see hold on to power that I want to by all means second time, that's my cousin. Not to know that political power is Nigeria is not their entity.
All right, Mr. Mr. Lajide. Last week, Kwankwaso, you're also the former governor of Kano State, visited the former governor of Osun State. They have a meeting together. Also, Atiku Abubakar visited Obasanjo. So though he declined comment and he said it has nothing to do with politics, it was a courtesy visit. Do you think that they not have started their own strategy and they have start forming building tents with each other, trying to come to the south to build that relationship with the southerners in order for them to come into power comes 2027?
Whose interest is that for? Is it for another interest? Who will be now come out and be campaign for me in Southwest that as you vote for another Fulani man in 2027? What is the interest? What will be on the table? They will bring up to us in the south. That we should allow power to go back to the north after 8 years of messed up of Fulani, 8 years of power. That now starts to only rule for 4 years and power go back to the north. So what we will do and co will be telling us in the south. We want to hear what they will be telling us in the south. Are they telling us in the south that okay, not that agree with us that for the next 4 years let president come from the south? I think person like me may not be listening to them. That okay, if somebody from south has not measured up standard, let's look for another person from southeast or south and see how he can perform. Knowing fully well that I agree that 8 years tenure is for the south. I can then be reasoning with them that okay, just as I voted for, I endorsed Obi 2023. Now they are now giving me another reason to now look at the other two regions left. South. Who else is coming up? Who can I beat my 10 weeks? Now, fully that the man at the southwest has not performed. That's why I align with UK and his 5 governors who said that it is the turn of the south. Yes, so that's where I stand. If southwest the man has fumbled, there are 2 other regions in south now. We have south is there, west are there. I'm not speaking for a 1-2 region. Let the north agree. You are disappointed with the person of the southwest. It is your turn south. It's your affairs. And screen those people from the other 2 regions. Maybe another person from southwest as well. I'm not ruling out southwest as well again. Depending on your own interest as well.
Tinubu has nothing to worry about.
As far as I'm concerned, I'm not a die-hard of Tinubu as Mr. President. What I'm telling you,
so the movement of Kwankwaso, Atiku, and the rest, you shouldn't be as scared. You shouldn't be scared of that.
You should be concerned
you shouldn't be concerned of their movement.
You should be concerned about that movement. It's a political movement. Any person who is not concerned by political movement, opposition to him, is working for a detriment, working for a downfall. You should be concerned about it.
You should be concerned because he has the federal might East is control the federal might. When he was not even in control of the federal might, even when the federal might was against him in 2023, he won the election because he's a master when it comes to this game. He's a master of strategy when it comes to politics. So he has everything, what it takes now to come back 2027.
Now I get the direction of your question now. Going in by the type of electoral process we have in Nigeria, get my point? Going by that, I think the ticket of the party in his pocket, that's number one. The victory of the poll as well is in his pocket.
Also, the APC national chairman said there is no vacancy. Though the whatever SCF, yes, the Ariwa people that have said no, you shouldn't have made that kind of statement. But he has come out and said there is no vacancy, that Bola Ahmed Tinubu is going to be the anointed candidate.
I agree with him as a party, chairman of the party. That will be the anointed candidate for the APC ticket. But I do agree with him that there's no vacancy in that role. Why I said that was what I've just explained before that. I agree that there's a vacancy in that role for another region of the south to come up and pick it up. But as for APC ticket, I agree with him that there's no vacancy in APC ticket for that person to pick APC ticket for that candidate. But for vacancy in Aso Rock, I believe there's vacancy in Aso Rock because I believe other two regions of the south can also come up and bring up good candidates from other opposition party. And if you want to enter populace, I agree with them, hoping that our election system will announce our results. But that's why if they do that, then there may be, you get my point, there may be vacancy in that rock. But I don't agree El-RUFAI that what happened to TINUBU may happen to what happened to Jonathan may happen to TINUBU. Going by the virtue of who TINUBU himself is. He's a lion. He's a man that understands what power is.
Master of strategy.
He's a strategist. He's a master of power. Look at, let me shock you. You are taking, look at me away from the governors now. Money will be going back to their region, in their region. In the local government now. That's number one. Number two, the governors themselves now. I'm hearing some governors of other region, of other party. No, talking good of
having interest in to join.
Yeah, he's already, he knows what policy is really all about. That's all about interest. Yes. If governor like governor